Okay, I'm trying something new here. Writing is often hard for me because it's time consuming and it's just hard, so I'm going to try vlogging instead. I had an experience today that showed me once again the power of unconscious collective beliefs. And that belief is it's only worthwhile if you work hard for it. And this is a belief that I have bought into in a very subtle way. Um, I'll tell you that what showed me the power of this belief. We had a babysitter looking after my kids today, and he was reluctant to take the full payment for the time that he spent with my kids. I insisted that, of course, that he had to take the full payment, and I was delighted to pay him for his services. We also had a conversation about dog sitting. His parents were going away, and he was going to look after the dog, and he'd mentioned in the past that his sister had been paid for the same thing, but he said that he didn't feel comfortable being paid because it was easy. It was just the sort of thing that he did when he was home normally, taking the dog out for a walk and feeding it. Just really simple stuff. And I mentioned, the peace of mind that his parents would have knowing that the dog was looked after was really valuable. Just like the peace of mind that I had knowing that my kids were with someone who genuinely enjoyed their company, had fun with them, was delighted to be with them, as well as being responsible and having a level head on his shoulders, was of great value to me, and that I wanted to compensate him for that. And just because it was easy didn't mean that it didn't have value. In fact, I explained that because it was easy for him, it actually made it of more value for me because I didn't have to worry. I knew that because it was easy for him to hang out with my kids and have fun with them, that I knew for sure that they would be having a great time. Whereas a babysitter that we've had in the past, I don't think it was something she enjoyed, and she spent most of her time texting on her phone with her friends. And my mind was not at ease. My attention was split between what I was off doing and what was going on at home. And a sort of light bulb, I think, kind of went off for him. And it was really exciting to see him see his value in a new context. And that is something that I've had to wrestle with myself, because healing and helping people heal is easy for me. It's not difficult. It comes quite naturally. And I used to not want to charge very much for my services, or not charge for my services at all, because it was simple and easy. And it took seeing it from the other side, took seeing the value of what my clients took away, to finally see it from another perspective. So these unconscious beliefs, one that our babysitter had, one that I had, can be really insidious and permeate a lot of what we do. And as sensitive people, we tend to take in those beliefs a little more deeply than the average person. So while we might not have had someone in our life saying, it's really important that you work hard, or it's only valuable if you work hard, or hard work is the most important thing, we don't need that overt example right in our face to take away these learnings on a really deep level and internalize them on a really deep level, because sensitive people are much more tuned to details, and we take in emotional realities much more deeply than the average person. We would pick up on these little details out there in society, and we take them in a really deep way. So I encourage you to maybe look at the way some of these beliefs may be impacting you from on a really subtle way, or in really subtle ways. I wouldn't call myself a real go-getter, super hard worker, nose to the grindstone type person. So at first glance, I wouldn't say no. I would say no, that, I don't buy into that belief of it's only worthwhile if you work hard. But yet when I looked at the way that I was devaluing myself when I considered how easy things were for me in certain contexts, I could see that I had taken in that belief. So if at first it doesn't fit, just keep trying it on and seeing if the belief might be one of yours, and recognize that as sensitive people, even if you didn't have that overt example, it is something that you could have very easily taken in. So that's what was going on with me today. Hope this was of some value to you, and love to hear some of your comments. Thanks.